easy go.
What's up guys, my name is Zero Heroes and welcome back to World of Tanks replays, and today let's just speed this up, and today we are having the pleasure of watching KingZebor and his toonmate General Quack. Now if I'm pronouncing that wrong, then please do tell me in the comments below, because I'm, with my Scottish accent, I'm not very good with this, so please do let me know and I'm very sorry. But today he will be playing in the tier 9 British heavy tank, almost a medium tank, the British tank, the Conqueror. Now let's talk about this tank while we wait for KingZebor and his platoon mate to get into the action. So what can we say about a general heavy tank? Well, it's got armor, it's slow, and it's got a gun that has airport DPM and a large alpha damage. Actually, the Conqueror is very different. The DPM is 2,214 DPM. Well, I don't know if KingZebor's got equipment on, or if he's got if his crew is really good, but his I don't know if he's got that on, but actually and the alpha damage is only 400, but when you use stuff like HE, which he's actually got loaded right now, and what he does to this Object 263 is actually very good. Now something very special about the Object 263 is that the penetration is 120, so you can do stuff to lightly armored vehicles, something a wee bit like that. Yeah, 564 damage. Now these HE rounds are really special because with no other tanks, with especially British tanks, you can get these HESH or high explosives which have high penetration, such as 120 millimeters. But of course that's if you penetrate it, but you can still do, even a very armored vehicle at frontally, you can still do damage to. Anyway, moving on, that the damage is, yes, 400 alpha damage, and the penetration on its AP round is 259, which is way more than enough to get through tier 8, tier 9, and some tier 10s, mostly tier 10s, most of them all. But if you can't get through any of the tanks for some reason with 259mm penetration, you can switch to the gold ammo, as Wargaming calls them, special ammo, with 326mm of penetration. And by the way, I forgot to say, this gun is actually a 128mm gun, but anyway, the penetration is 326. Now you can actually probably pen tier 8, tier 9, and any tier 10, even probably Louis if you aim it accurately. But back to the game, we are now at 5-4, and I even forgot to say that he's playing on Serene Coast, and the matchmaking in this is not very good. It's 3-5-7 with 3 tier 10s, 5 tier 9s, and 7 tier 8s, and nobody actually likes this matchmaking, and personally I don't like it. I don't know if KingZebor likes it, but you guys let me know in the comments below what you think of the matchmaking. Anyway, back to the game. KingZebor has not done that much damage. He hasn't done that much into the game so far, but just wait till we get further into the replay and you'll see why this tank is just a beast at just the DPM and everything. Moving on, the aim time is amazing. Is at 1.82 seconds, but I don't, like I said, due to equipment, I don't know if it's better. The rate of fire is 5.54 rounds a minute, which is really good as well. And the shell velocity with AP rounds is actually quite good with 1067, so it's actually quite good compared to most vehicles. If you're using APCR, of course it'll go higher. By how much, I don't actually know. And moving on to the mobility wise, that it's not actually that slow. It's actually 34.3 kilometers an hour if you're going to be precise, but if you're not, round about 34. And the reverse speed is actually 12, so you can actually, if you get in a situation, you can reverse back quite well. Now this is quite good about this tank, is that you can see that KingZebor just bounced a shot there off the WZ, and 3 to 1, he's reloaded and dead. There you go. That's how quickly you can trade, you can I mean, you could probably miss a shot in the Conqueror and then reload like maybe 5 or 6 seconds later, and it will be done really quickly. And I forgot to say reload is 10.4, but I'm sure due to equipment it's probably got it lower. And that's what's good about this particular heavy tank, is that and all the British heavy tanks, that it's got very high DPM. It hasn't got high alpha damage like the Russians or the Germans, but it's unique in its own way. And as you can see now, the situation is a lot better. He has done 2k damage, blocked 1k, although that's not still very good. That's not too bad for a tier 9 heavy tank. Now he does track the WZ, and just watch this part. He does take a good couple of hits to the face, as you can see, or to the side, so kills the object and gets over 1,000 assistance on that AMX, and I presume that was from the FE camping all the way at the back down here. Now, the hit points of this vehicle is 1,950, so as you can see there, he did take a lot of tanky shots, which is good. And also the armor on this is, you know, it's actually quite amazing when you think about it. So at the turret, of course, it's invincible because it's actually, as you can see, the front of the tank, it's got like space, what's it called, spaced armor. That's what, so it can like absorb heat shots and all of that. So that was like an addition they added to the Conqueror as well, to the Super Conqueror, which I do actually have the Super Conqueror. So if you KingZebor, if you're watching this, I have the Super Conqueror myself, and I absolutely love it. So I don't know if you have it right now, but it's really good. And I've actually got Tanks GG up right now, and you can see the accuracy on this. It's amazing. As you can see, he had a tiny shot of that object 704 there, and you can see it right here. And what he actually does really here is quite clever. He uses the tank and the dead covered AMX to basically to basically go in a hull down position, because once you've basically got this tank in a hull down, it's invincible unless you do hit the weak spot up here, but that's quite hard to penetrate as well. So that was KingZebor and General Quack in this replay, and actually that was KingZebor in the Conqueror. So what do you guys think? If you have World of Tanks, does this make you now want to grind for the Super Conqueror to get to the Conqueror? Because there is actually one bad thing about the British heavy line, is that you have to go through the Black Prince, and that's one of the most painful grinds you have to go through, as well as a Churchill 7. Churchill 7 and Black Prince are probably one of the worst tanks during the British line, but once you've got to the Carnarvon and go upwards, it's just amazing from there on. But KingZebor, I'd like to thank you very much for sending this replay in, or letting me show you it to the broad audience of YouTube. And yeah, so now we will go to the results and we'll see how well he did. And I'll just give you a wee tip. You'll see a yellow thing on the barrel, but I'm not gonna say anything. But yes, let us go to the results, so I'll see you in a second. Okay, here we are. So this is results, and there you go. This was actually, he puts in the title Conquer first mark of excellence. As you can see right here, he only got a second class, nothing, no medals, nothing special, but it just shows how powerful. This is why I wanted to show this replay, because I've not done a Conquer replay, and I want to show you guys that not all heavy tanks are just slow, you know, not big aiming time, you know, not big alpha. Some of the tanks, such as a Conqueror, are actually really good in certain positions and got fast DPM. You can maybe miss shot, or you can maybe hit a tank and you can block off them, but then you've got what, maybe 10 seconds or 8 seconds to reload, and then you kill them again. Compared to other tier 9 heavy tanks, you have to wait maybe like 15 seconds or 20 seconds, and then the enemy can put like 2 shots into you, while the Conqueror, they can maybe only put 1 while you finish them off. So really, really good play by KingZebor in the Conqueror. So we'll look at the team score. As you can see, he was at the top with 3,295 with 4 kills and 1,139 experience done, and a few medals to add to his tank. And as you can see, he did assistance, which was why. It's just the reason I'm saying why is because you can actually do really good. You can do a good spotting in this. He did 1,802 on that when he got in that AMX with that 1,802 up when he. What am I saying? Get the words out. So basically, what he you can spot in heavy tanks. What I'm saying is you can actually spot in heavy tanks. It's not. You don't need to always camp at the back with a heavy tank or try and stay at the back. You can go up, you can spot for your TDs, which KingZebor did. So he actually showed a bit of everything. He showed force, he showed assistance, he showed how the tank blocks, he showed how the tank DPM and gun really good, and he shows you can actually spot. So it's actually really well done, and no wonder he was first as well for that and that experience for that assistance on the on that AMX. Now, he actually did make a nice healthy profit of 32,000, and you won't actually lose a lot money because the shell cost is only 1,060, which is quite expensive actually, but he didn't actually fire that many premium rounds, but he was resupplying ammunition, consumables, and the repair itself, and that's with a premium account, and even without a premium account he would have still been above in the credits with a nice 12k profit. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this video. This was KingZebor in the tier 9 British heavy tank, the Conqueror. And I'd just like to say thank you, KingZebor, for sending that replay. And if any of you guys have more replays you want to send in, then please do email me, which will be linked down below. Please don't spam me, because I'll just ignore it or just put it in a bin. But yeah, if you guys want to tweet it to me, anything, that's just how I got it off KingZebor. I actually tweeted him to say and he shared it on his Twitter, so make sure you go check him out if you want. But he's actually a great guy, and he's actually really good at World of Tanks. And if you, KingZebor, if you are watching this video, I'm hoping if you want, maybe to play some time on World of Tanks as well as your platoon mate as well. So actually, well done to his platoon mate as well. I don't know how much damage he did. He actually, where was he? He was there. He did 1,986 damage done and 696 experience to his name. So the pattern is good, but I think the Conqueror, when it comes to the Conqueror, you're gonna probably win most battles in a 1-to-1. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I've talked enough and I've gone on long enough about the Conqueror. But yes, tell me down below if you're actually now going to grind for the Conqueror, but just to let you know, skip out the Black Prince because it's a horrible vehicle. Go to the Carnarvon and then go the Carnarvon, is it? Anyway, skip that and then move on to those vehicles. Anyway guys, this is going to do it for today's video. I'd like to thank you so much for watching and all your support, and I will see you in the next video. See you later and goodbye.